Under the Radar, bringing movies and people together, one frame at a time. Hey guys, I'm Rain Younger, and this is a very special edition of Under the Radar, bringing movies and people together, one frame at a time. And with me, we've got the co-directors and series creators of I Need Your Love. We've got Miss Camille Trust.
Hello.
Camille, hello. And we've got Walker Kalan. Walker, hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. Good to have you guys here on the show. We're here at the Tribeca Festival. We're knee deep in awesome content. And your series, I Need Your Love, is one of the many great series I've seen so far at the festival. Actually, it's my favorite so far of the festival.
Really?
I love it.
Randy's favorite.
Ladies' favorite, ladies and
Love
gentlemen.
that. We love that.
Right here now. And just basically anything that is shot in New York City, I love. Because this city is so beautiful and it really is a character on its own. So I'm just curious, guys, how did the project originally come about?
So Walker and I have been best friends for over 10 years now.
Okay.
And so we just so he's just sort of been witness to my life and my all the highs and lows, and just what it's like being a hustling musician, a hustling artist in New York City.
Yes.
And I think he related to that in a lot of ways as an artist himself. And so last year he's an incredible writer and filmmaker. He proposed me with this idea last year, with this concept of doing a series. And I was all in, of course. And who better to play myself than me?
Of course, yeah. And it is semi-autobiographical.
Correct.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So there's it's very genuine. What's happening on screen pretty much actually happened.
Yes.
So that's really cool.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Thank you.
Walker, so what was your journey like in bringing this series to the screen?
So just to repeat a little bit of the Camille's, I had been thinking about this for this specific thing, for a few months and marinating on it and thinking, just thinking on it. And then Camille, who was in one of her many like on and off New York living, she's kind of living here, she's kind of staying. It was one of those, and I'm not sure if I picked her up from the airport. She's always begging me to pick her up from the airport, and I'm always too busy.
Oh.
And I think this particular time I picked her up because I had something very important to pitch her.
Oh, nice.
And it sounds so formal, but no. I just came to her and I was just kind of like, here's what I'm thinking. I think this is like this being your life, this being these ideas around the sort of like themes of the show is something that's can be really great, can be something that people will connect with and find funny and moving and all these, all the good things.
Yeah.
And so it didn't take long for Camille to be on board, I would say within 6 or 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
It's easy when pitching Camille.
Yeah.
You
want to play yourself?
Right.
Yeah. So, and I like the New York, how you mentioned just loving anything in New York. There's the De Niro con happening on the other side of the wall right now.
Yeah, we could hear it right now going on, I think.
And he was I just took a walkabout through there, and there was a clip of De Niro in an interview talking about New York and how there's no greater character than this city, and a lot of people have pronounced its death for a long time, and they're wrong.
Yeah. I think you guys are gonna bring it back to life. You're gonna resuscitate it.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, let's do it.
I adore this place, this city.
So great. Yeah, I love anything shot in New York. I'm all for. And one side note, Die Hard with a Vengeance. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yes.
The third Die Hard.
Yes.
It was shot entirely on
With Samuel L.
Yeah, they're just running all over the city.
Yeah,
and
it's incredible.
I love it. It just has such a great energy. This city, you can't deny it. Now playing yourself, did you have to kind of? It was weird. So it's like a character, but it's also you. So did you kind of have to like step aside a little bit in approaching the role? What was that like?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting working through that, because I think, and when we were like working through lines, specifically in the nitty gritty of it, we would purposefully, like Walker would like send a script and then we would read through it together and then I'd be like, okay, I wouldn't say that. And it's honestly, it was like bringing the most real, honest version of myself
Yeah.
through, but it is an elevated version of myself as well,
Sure,
right?
sure.
Which was very hard, honestly.
Yeah.
To play yourself is pretty.
Can imagine.
tough.
Okay.
You can't just like blame it on this character and be like, well, that person would do this. It's
Okay.
like, what would I do? And how do I want to be like perceive myself?
And-
How do I want to be perceived?
And I'm assuming there was a lot of improv. How was that?
There was space. There was
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
space for improv,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, if we arbitrarily broke it down, I would say it was probably like 25% of our setups allowed for like pretty significant improv.
Okay.
But that always comes down to just like communicating with the actors
Right.
what the scene is about.
Right.
And having everyone know what the scene is about is so much more important to me than having the words said exactly as they were written. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm very like, oh, no, it must be this because this and this, but like, it's all about like understanding where the scene begins,
Sure.
where it needs to end, and
Right.
why are we going there, not just fucking hitting words. you know?
Yeah, it's,
So-
there's no rules really. It's
Right.
kind of a free for all, but you have the art in mind at all times.
Mhm.
And you're just kind of just playing. And it's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what were some challenges you guys faced on set in bringing this series to life? Camille?
For me personally, I think the challenges were more personal and less like technical or like admin related. In terms of just, again, having to play myself, but also having to face a lot of insecurities and vulnerabilities and things that we all like push down, so we all try to be the best, hottest version of ourselves at all times. So then having to like actually have to re-access
Okay,
those realities and
Nice.
things was pretty tough for me. But I think it made for good TV.
I think it did.
Yeah, so
Now, you're originally from Florida,
we're actually both from Florida.
both from Florida. Where was the character also supposed to be from Florida too?
Yeah,
She was, okay. So yeah, it's literally a mirror image,
correct.
yeah, pretty much.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Funhouse mirror.
And
Yeah.
when I'm like walking up the bridge,
Mm.
seeing I'm wearing public slides representing,
Oh,
the
okay.
great.
Publix,
The
you
greats.
out there, we would love some pub subs for our party on Wednesday.
Yes,
You can
yes,
still
please, deliver.
email some of
Please.
Publix, at Publix, thank you.
Publix is great. I was in Tampa a number of
That's
years ago. Oh, okay, there you go. And yeah, I had one of the best BLTs of my life at Publix.
They do it well.
Yeah.
This
Hey,
is-
bro.
This is the very big part of my childhood is being at Publix, pushing a shopping cart with my mom or my babysitter or something.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's a nice memory. That could be in the series. I would put that in the series.
Yeah, it's cute.
So where do you see this series going? Do you want it to eventually turn into a film or just keep going as a series or?
We're our series,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
I mean, if someone, Mr. or Mrs. A24 says we would like to do a feature, then
Oh my gosh,
absolutely, we
Are you-
will talk.
I'd be
But
first in line to
Yeah.
see that. That's
But
awesome.
our first intention and where the bulk of our energy is going into expanding the series
Yeah.
and finding a great home for it, whether that's streaming or broadcast.
Yeah,
So yeah, we want to shoot more. We have so many ideas. We have seasons already sort of mapped out.
Nice.
We have an embarrassment of so many ideas and like we have no shortage of
content.
yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
we're ready to go.
so right now you only have 5 episodes?
We have 5 that were all independently produced, and
Okay.
then the last 2 will be completing post-production like literally as we speak. So,
Oh,
and the
man.
best episode, I mean, the first and 2, they're all very good, I think, but
Yeah.
the 5th one, I think is really gonna bring it home in a special way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could definitely see this on HBO.
Yeah, yeah.
A24 might be involved. I could definitely see
Hulu,
that.
FX, we think we're in those wheelhouses, yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Without giving too much away, have you got any bites from any?
We honestly we have not done our like full court pitch stuff
Okay.
yet. We've been so focused on getting this thing ready for the festival and
Yeah.
getting all of our ducks in a row. We haven't even done like the rounds in LA, we haven't done that, but we're gonna be like kicking and knocking a lot of doors and we hope to be receiving a lot of hopefully love.
Yeah.
Well, you've got nothing but love for me
Yeah,
right now.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate it.
How big is your crew? I'm just curious.
It would range, so we shot this is a SAG micro budget shoot. So we shot this with a very quite small crew, probably about the size of the catering crew
Oh.
of a Hulu series.
Right.
So there was
Wow.
roughly usually between a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 16 or so in the crew, not including cast. But we were pretty nimble, very professional, and like very agile and guerrilla style.
And I'm sure you
Yeah.
trust all of your employees, everyone's working on the
Yeah.
film, on the series. How important is, for both of you, how important is collaboration?
Extremely, and I think open communication within collaboration is good, and to make sure that you like, that you feel heard, and that also that you are listening.
Sure.
And I think we did a very good job about that
Mhm.
every step of the way with the creation of this series. Because it was extremely collaborative.
Yeah,
Okay.
most indies, if not all indies, are collaborative.
Right.
And there's a lot of communication involved. Communication is key, especially in a project like this.
Oh, you're telling me.
It's great. So I'm just here, switching gears a bit.
Yeah.
Who are some of your filmmaker or actor influences, Camille? I'm just curious.
My knowledge and wheelhouse, ask Walker this.
Okay.
Sure. I think there's a lot of, I, first of all, on the topic of that, I think that so let me just speak a little bit on you, if you're not gonna speak on you.
Yes, please.
So Camille's background is that, well, she's been singing basically all her life and performing all her life. She studied musical theater in college, but have not done acting since then. She was kind of like the ringer for all the filmmakers at FSU.
Okay.
She was in the student films, but that was a minute or two ago,
Yeah.
not that long ago.
No, yeah.
But everything has been singing for her, singing,
Yeah.
performing live shows, all singing stuff.
Mhm.
So right now, this is like a big moment of like expansion.
Sure,
into-
yeah, this
into
is it.
this, and
This is
I'm
it.
thinking about people like Cher, who like
Mhm.
are kind of divas.
Gaga.
Gaga, yeah, who
I
have.
see a Dina Menzel a little bit,
Okay,
like you could be her sister or
I
something.
love that.
Yeah.
Wait, was that what Lou Martinez? Anyway,
She does.
yeah, those are like those first and foremost singers who have the acting chops, I think is very cool.
Yeah,
Okay, I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of heroes. My heroes are all over the place. I love, and because we're making this TV show,
Yeah.
I love, like, Fleabag is my favorite thing,
Mhm.
not just in TV, like my favorite art work
Okay,
of the past probably like 10 years or so.
sure.
I think it was just like pitch perfect in every sense of the way. It's like very moving and
People have told me
Yeah.
to check it out.
yeah, it's very, very
Yeah,
good.
you should.
And I
Yeah.
think Phoebe is extremely, she's a special
Mm.
person. So, and then I don't know, I just all over these movies, like we got Uncle Bob De Niro behind my shoulder.
Yeah, you
he's
do.
another like American treasure who
Of
I
course.
feel, yeah.
Have you met him yet, or?
No, I would love to meet him. I think he's a quiet guy and he probably doesn't like a lot of fans around him. So,
Or a museum built around his
yeah,
legacy.
I have a feeling that he's probably not hugely into this because he's just so low key from what I understand.
Right.
So I wouldn't want to like bother the man, but I would certainly welcome a selfie.
Oh, yeah.
I think we all would.
Yeah.
But Camille, are there any maybe actors or filmmakers that you want to work with? Switching gears slightly to the
Okay.
original question.
No, because why I was so hesitant was because I haven't seen a lot of movies.
Okay,
Like,
that's fair.
name a major movie, I probably haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay,
we'll
okay.
say we tried, I don't know if we were trying to get a cameo from Theo James from this earlier. I don't know if our
Yeah.
people ever even reached out to him, but
Uh-huh.
if you're watching this, we thought you were great and we had something written for you. It was like gonna be like
Yeah, you had a.
30 minutes
you had
of
a
your
part in the
time.
show.
You had a part in the show, Theo, so we
That's
can
great.
consider you for the second time around. But like we have a lot of people that we admire out there.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, if we had a singer cameo, I feel like Bruno Mars could be really nice.
Hmm.
I don't know, right? Camille's been singing in his lounge in Las Vegas. She's had some short like residencies over there recently.
Very good.
So yeah,
Dream actors.
Robert
Yeah.
Pattinson.
Okay,
We're Robert Pattinson fans.
yeah,
Yeah.
not the
Right.
greatest, in my opinion, not the greatest Batman, but it's.
Not the greatest Batman, but I think he's a great actor. I think Good Time is amazing.
That's a good one.
And I'm trying to, I love Isabella Rossellini because I want to work with her.
Mm.
So I'm putting that out into the universe as well.
Yeah, I could see her come on as your mom or something.
Great, gorgeous mom who's loving and tough. So,
Very cool, guys. How's the festival treating you? Have you been seeing a lot of the movies? Taking
I
the
haven't
sights?
seen a damn movie.
No.
I would love to see all the movies.
Yeah, I think we're just trying to get through today. It's been like everything is leading up to today, so we're nothing else. I feel like the world's gonna end tomorrow.
No.
With how we're behaving.
Not
Not
You're
really.
good, you're good.
No, I'm gonna try to see if I can sneak into some stuff later in the week, cause
Yeah.
there's so
Cool.
many, and we've had the privilege of meeting like a bunch of filmmakers from around the world, and I've been excited about so many of their
Yeah,
works, so I hope I get to see a few.
networking and again, collaboration.
Yeah, I'm most interested in meeting cool people who are doing interesting work for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool. So are there any projects you guys are working on now, other than this, that you could talk about?
I just released a song last Thursday. It's called Desperate for Love,
Nice.
which will be part of a bigger project
Okay.
release, an EP.
Cool.
And we shot a music video for it as well. Walker directed it, and that will also be premiered tonight
Oh, cool.
after our series. Which is
Okay, is it
amazing.
connected with the story in any way?
It's gonna, yes and no, like, 'cause
Yeah.
it's me, yeah, that's connected.
Okay.
It's me and my music,
Fair enough.
but not necessarily, no, not it.
It's like, you know, kind of a little planet or in the universe of the show, but it's
Okay.
not, was not deliberately created as a like continuation of the show
Mm.
per se, but it definitely like it's in that same world.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
And it's Walker, you're involved with that as well.
Yes,
Okay.
so I directed the music video, and it was a great shoot. It was a very probably my favorite single day of shooting, because it's just successful, and it was very challenging and pulled it off. But I'm excited about another show that I'm working on making happen,
Mm.
which is called Advantage, and it's about tennis. It's set at the US Open tennis
Oh,
tournament,
cool.
or like a version of that. And it's sort of like a White Lotus meets
Yeah.
sort of, I don't know, Friday Night Lights or something,
Oh,
or no,
wow.
like the Zendaya.
White Lotus is one of the best shows
Yeah.
that I've seen this year. Yeah, I just want more. I think they're coming to the third season.
One more in
Yeah.
Thailand, I think.
Oh, that's
so,
awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned tennis, because literally my last episode, we focused on challengers with Zendaya.
Yeah.
And we kind of compared it to Borg versus McEnroe,
No way.
the Shia LaBeouf movie.
Uh-huh.
And
That's
yeah,
funny.
yeah, basically the struggles on court and off.
Yeah.
Really good, but
Yeah.
I didn't love challengers. What did you?
I haven't,
I haven't seen it.
I've been needing to see it because I've really liked some of Luca Guadagnino's movies, and
Yeah.
Zendaya's great and all that, and anyway, I like everyone involved in that,
Sure,
but I
yeah.
could kind of, I sensed from the trailer, because I'm a very like, I'm a tennis, like,
Oh.
my stepdad was a teaching tennis pro,
Cool.
and so I grew up like breathing that's the Sampras, the Agassi and all that.
Yeah,
And
great.
when I shouldn't judge the book before I see the movie,
Sure.
but like, when I can tell that there's a little, like, is this person a tennis person who wrote this? Like, maybe, but like, I think we need someone who lives and breathes it and knows drama as well, so I think I'm excited to see it, because I've heard it's fun.
It's decent. I mean, it's not a great one,
Yeah.
but it's worth checking out.
Yeah.
Are you a tennis fan, Camille?
You know, I went to tennis camp in 7th grade,
Oh, yeah, how'd you do?
and I honestly was kind of killing.
Yeah?
I was kind of killed it.
Yeah, that's good.
My backhand was great.
That's what you should incorporate that in the show. someday,
Yeah,
you know?
one summer of tennis
Yeah.
camp, the blazing humid heat of Florida.
I just picture like a burglar coming in, you just whack them with the
Yeah,
racket or
that's
something.
good.
I don't know. Right for your show. So you guys are gonna be checking out some films this week. That's awesome. Are you gonna enjoy New York? I know you're based in LA now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you, sir, where?
I live in New York, I live in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Camille, this this is still like her hometown essentially.
Yeah.
She's just like technically moved in a serious way to LA, but like this is still home for Cam.
Yeah.
So this is home.
Yeah,
This is
So,
home for
and-
sure, especially when we have to shoot more seasons here.
sure.
yeah.
And I can't believe you're from Florida. You seem like a New York, like a quintessential New York.
People say that.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
I give it. I
Hard
was here for
edge.
like 11 years.
Okay.
She'll use those boots and grind you into the sidewalk.
It's a nice room.
Yeah,
Well, guys, the show is I Need Your Love. It's awesome and
Thank you.
good
Very
luck
nice.
with it. It's great. I hope to see many more episodes.
thank
Randy.
you.
Probably gonna finish it up maybe this week or next,
Awesome.
and I look forward to future seasons.
Thank you.
So guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, Camille and Walker. I'm Randy Unger. This has been Unger the Radar, bringing movies and people together, one frame at a time. We'll see you next time. Take care.